What is going on, fellow collectors of Stop Tape? We have official word from the Pokemon itself. That's right, the man in the high castle has spoken and said, "We understand Prismatic Evolutions is super hot. We're about to spool up those printers, boys and girls." That's right, we got an official statement from Pokemon addressing the demand for Prismatic and the fact that they are going to print out more. You can read it on the screen there. Reprinted products are expected to be available at participating retailers as soon as possible to ensure fans receive opportunities to access Prismatic Evolutions. So, the question is, what does this all mean? I think this is a win-win all around. Short term, I don't think this has any major impact on prices. People are not going to suddenly dump all their supply of whatever it is that they got at fire sale prices, scared of a reprint. I think it might have a small impact on people that want to buy and hold long term, but Degens want a degen and they're not going to wait for the reprint. They're going to want to rip those packs now. So the people that want to fall into that gambling mentality or ripping packs or chasing, they're going to be willing to pay current market price to be able to get into that stuff so they can get their shiny little cards faster and sooner than anybody else. For those that just want to get some of the product, this is good news. You might have to be a little patient, and we'll see how much they print. That's going to be the real key question, what we don't know at this point. I have some thoughts on that in a second. For the types like myself that want to just buy this stuff, stick it on a shelf, and be patient with it, I mean, this is a win for me because hopefully when they do reprints, they print enough to drive prices down, because I am happy to buy it at MSRP or under MSRP if they nuke the hell out of it and sit on it for years. I am perfectly okay with that. So if that happens, that's a win in my book. Now, will they go as far as they did in the pandemic days? Will they overprint? Will they overdo it? Will they nuke this thing into the ground alien style? I think they're going to try to walk a fine line of not doing that. I think they're going to print a ton of it, but I don't feel like they want to go scorched earth here. I feel like they learned their lessons from the pandemic days on that. Maybe completely wrong on that. Anyone that says that they know is just guessing. No one knows for sure what they're going to do or how they're going to handle this, but I can't imagine they want to completely decimate the value. I have a sneaking suspicion they would love to drive it down closer to MSRP, not completely take it all the way down, where ETBs are going for $35 and nobody wants them because they're everywhere because there's so much of it. Now, the side effect of all this is if they are spooling up the printers, and I don't know what their print capacity is, but Journey Together is coming out, Team Rocket is coming out, and now, they are actively reprinting this. Supposedly there's something coming for Surging Sparks sometime soon. For those of us that have booster boxes of older SV sets, this makes me feel a lot better about my positions in those, because if they're racing to reprint this and then they have new sets coming, and I don't know what their lead time is, but you would assume this would allow them time to print more Journey Together, and especially Team Rocket, which they would probably already assume is going to be a high demand set, but in this current environment might be even crazier. I just don't know that they're going to have the printing capacity to go backwards and say, oh, Paldea Evolved needs more stock onto the market, or this set or that set. So it makes me feel good about those older SV sets, and almost makes me want to circle back and pick up any loose boxes that I could find at anything basically under 150 or under of the older stuff, because I just don't know that they're going to have time, capacity, or the manpower to reprint that stuff if they're trying to play catch up with this. And I do hope they're smart about Prismatic Evolutions. I don't want to see it go completely scorched earth. I would like a lot of it printed because, like I said, I am willing to be patient. So if they print it and it tanks the price, I'm fine. Even if they overprint, I would gladly buy in to a case of ETBs for slightly above distribution cost if it gets like that extreme, like you used to be able to, I don't know, 6 months ago. I would be perfectly okay with that because, like I said, my mindset is when I buy Pokemon sealed, I am not buying it to quick flip it. I am buying it to stick on a shelf and forget about it for, let's just say, 3 to 5 years. I don't usually assign a firm time horizon to it. I don't like to stay firm to stuff like that. I would rather react to whatever the real world market conditions are at a time rather than stick to some plan today that, you know, may be meaningless in a few years because everything changes. So that is where we currently sit. Curious for your thoughts and comments, as always, down below. We will see how much they spooled printers up on this one, but at least they've acknowledged it. We'll give them that. We will give them that. Does this make you more hopeful, scared, less hopeful? What sort of mindset does this put you in? Catch you boys and girls on the next one. Peace.